Hello, fabulous first graders. How are you today? I hope you are doing great and having a really good week. Let's check in and see who's with us today. So from Riverview, here's your team. We've got Mrs. Smith's class, Mrs. Liberatore's, Miss Gressax, and Miss Flicks. Let's give a big shout out to them. Hi guys, we're so glad you're here today. And over at Mullen School, we've got Mrs. Gorney's class, Miss Snyder's class, and then we've got Mrs. Knight, Mrs. Chusky, and Mrs. Davison's class. Let's give them a big shout out. Whoop, whoop. So we're so glad you're here with us today, fabulous first graders. And last week we talked a lot about something called author's purpose. But this week we're going to be talking about something a little different. We're going to be talking about some words up here. Drawing conclusions. Those are definitely some big words, aren't they? But I don't want you to get scared or get overwhelmed because we're going to break it down and see what it really means. We actually have a little detective here because when you are working to draw conclusions, whether you're reading a story or looking at pictures or even doing it in your personal life, something that's going to help you is something called clues. And I know you know what clues are because you're very smart. Clues are going to help us understand what's going on when we are drawing conclusions. And so I put this detective here because that's their job. They look for clues. Your job when you are going to be drawing conclusions is going to be for looking for clues as well. What do you think that means though? Well, let's check it out. So drawing conclusions means that you're actually taking clues that the author has already given you, and you're using what you already know to help you understand a story. Okay, so really, if you think about it, you're using what you already know about the world, which is a lot. I mean, come on, you are 6 and 7 right now. And you're using what you already know, and then you're using special clues. I want to focus on this word, clues that the author is giving you. Now, the author might not come out and write exactly what he or she is talking about, but they might give you clues that you can figure out by looking at characters' facial expressions, by, oh my gosh, there's so many different ways you can figure things out, by looking at the illustrations, by doing something called reading between the lines, which is really kind of using what you know about the world and the clues on the page to help you figure out how to draw a conclusion. So readers can use clues to figure out what is not being said by the author. Crazy, right? Because authors don't always tell you how characters might be feeling or what they're going through, but they use their words in a way and they use their illustrations in a way to show you. So really, that's what drawing conclusions means. It means using what you know, which is a lot, and what the author kind of expresses to you, but doesn't come out and say, to figure something out. And sometimes authors don't explain everything that happens. So we have to use clues to draw those conclusions. And there we go, clues. So I'm going to show you a picture, and I'm not going to tell you what the conclusion is I want you to make about this picture, but I'm going to give you some clues. And when I give you these clues, I want you to try to draw a conclusion, to use what you know about the world and the clues I'm going to give you to figure out what my story might be about. Are you ready? All right, I think you can do this. Here we go. So I have some clues down here, and let's focus in on those. Got some balloons there. Got some party supplies. It looks like some horns. Oh, I've got a hat, special hat, delicious looking cake, and I've got a present. So right now, if you were being a detective and using the clues and using what you know about the world, what conclusion might you draw? That just means what you might make of this. What conclusion might you draw about what an author, if he had these pictures, say on the cover of his book, what his book might be about? All right, I'm going to count to 3 and then I want you to say it, okay? 1, 2, 3. What'd you come up with? Yes! You are amazing. Let's go over here. The conclusion was someone was going to be having a birthday party. And look at that page. Those kids look like they're having a blast. They're not 6 feet apart though, but they do look like they're having fun. So you used what you knew about the world. You knew that at birthday parties, there's balloons, there's party blowers and hats and cake and presents. And you kind of used what you knew and the clues that I gave you to figure out your conclusion. What might we be writing about? We might be writing about kids having a birthday party. Holy cow, do yourself a favor. Give yourself a big yeehaw. That's right. That was amazing, guys. So I set up a couple of different examples that I want to show you right now. And I want you to try to think, using the clues and what you know, if you can draw a conclusion about what these clues have to do with. Are you ready? So here's our first set of clues. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got a trick or treat bag. We've got a bat and a cute little pumpkin. We have a witch. Oh, some of my most favorite things in the middle there, some candy. And it looks like there's a group of friends that are dressed up. So these are the clues I'm giving you. If I were an author, or an illustrator, I might be using these pictures to have you be a detective and try to figure out what the story would be about. So looking at these things, use what you know about the world and use what you know about these pictures to draw a conclusion. Did you get one? Did you say Christmas? Did you say that you think you drew the conclusion that all these things have to do with Christmas? No, you're right. Those things don't have to do with Christmas. What's the conclusion you can draw looking at those? Are you ready? Let's see if you were right. On the count of 3, I want you to say it. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Look at, the conclusion was the story would most likely be about Halloween. We used what we knew about Halloween. Those are some of the things we see. And then we drew a conclusion based on those pictures that the story was probably about Halloween. Can you give yourself a big ooh, ooh? Yes, you guys are amazing. Like seriously, holy cow. Are you ready for another one? All right, let's check this one out. Sorry for my phone. It's going all different sorts of ways right now. So let's zoom in and let's check out our clues. Ooh, my gosh. Look at the top. That is one of my favorite things as well. Hot buttery popcorn. I love it. And down below, I see Toy Story and Dumbo, Finding Nemo, The Lion King, ants, and something called Forrest Gump. I'm trying to use my knowledge about the world to figure out what those things are. Let's go next door. Oh, check out that lady. I wonder what she's doing. I wonder where she is. Well, she's doing that. Do you think she's in her backyard? I don't know. What in the world is that? It's all lit up and it says Aqua Teen Hunger Force Movie Year of the Dog. Wonder what that is. Oh, yum. I see some more candy. And now I see, it looks like a big glass of pop and some more popcorn. So let me back up. So there's your clues. So you need to be a detective right now and put all those clues together and draw a conclusion about what you think the author, or actually me, what I am trying to make you figure out that the book might be about. We've got popcorn, we've got some movies, we've got a lady sitting somewhere. It looks like, I don't know, a marquee, and then there's some candy and some pop and more popcorn. I'm starting to get an idea. Are you starting to get one? Okay, try to draw a conclusion about what the story might be about if you were to see those clues. Are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna count to 3 again. 1, and I wanna hear your answer. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. Let's follow the arrow and see if you're right. Let's see what your conclusion was. Did you say that the story is most likely about going to the movies or something about the movies? The crowd is going wild right now. You're amazing. Positively excellent, you guys. I wish I was near you so I could high five you. Amazing. Yeah, we used those clues right there. And what we knew about the movies, I mean, I know one of my favorite things to do is get popcorn when I go there. And I do like some candy. And I took a look at where this woman was. And then I looked at those things and I thought, what are those? Oh, they're movies. This must be about going to the movies. Ding, ding, ding. I am really impressed, you first graders. All right, are you ready for one more? This one I really like. Let's see if you can figure it out. Okay, so what do we have here? I see Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, and I see it looks like an umbrella in the sand. Oh, and look at right next to that, there's a pail. And I see a sandcastle. That looks like fun. Ooh, and I see a little floaty and some flip-flops. And it looks like a big ball. So right now, these are your clues. Use your clues to figure out what you think. If I were writing a book, what you think, what conclusion would you draw about what my book is about? Use all those clues and use what you know about your world. You ready? All right, ready? I'm going to count really fast this time, and I want you to shout it. What do you think? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! You guys, that hurt my ears. That was so loud. Holy cow. All right, let's see if you're right. Ready? Did you say that the story is most likely about going to the beach? You did not. Did you really? Holy cow. You were absolutely correct, you guys. Give yourselves a big Absolutely. You used the clues to draw a conclusion. Yeah, going to the beach. And I have to tell you something right now. I really wish the weather was nicer and we can all be at the beach right now, don't you? You're doing so great with this lesson. All right, I've got one more for you. Are you ready? I'm just going to show you the clues. We're going to move over here. And right here, I've got my clues. Are you checking them out? There's books, a backpack, a pencil, some crayons, a school bus. Oh, and it looks like there's even a lady, and it looks like she's reading a book. So those are my clues. What do you know about those pictures that will help you draw a conclusion about what a story might be about if you saw these things? Think about it. Think, think, think. Wait a minute. Going to the doctor, who said that? No, there's no clues up there about a doctor. I don't see a stethoscope or a thermometer. Oi, oi, oi. What? Easter? Who said Easter? Seriously, do you see any clues up there that have to do with Easter? No. Wait a minute. I see someone raising their hand back there. Tell me, what do you think it is? Oh, so smart. Yeah, your conclusion probably is that I think the story will be about school. And I bet you used all of those clues to help you figure it out. Very good. And your own knowledge. So, guys, that's kind of what we've been learning about this week. Clues and drawing conclusions and being detectives to do those things. So I'm going to be reading you a book that has to do with those things, and you are actually going to get to be the detective, and you are going to have to figure out how to draw your own conclusions. Stay tuned, guys, and great job today.